I see that they're talking about a theme on the Earth Day Network. Something super important. This resonates with me. I really want to get a message to everyone watching this. Give me a few thoughts on plastic.
Well, there are different themes for Earth Days every year. And for 2018, it will be this wave of plastics that has come out of the entire industrial world, and for the most part are not being effectively recycled. They're passing off into nature. They're going to landfills, sometimes blowing away from it. The world's oceans are becoming stuffed with it, and it's becoming microplastics. There's these gigantic gyres out in the ocean that just keep the plastics and circulate them around and around into ever smaller pieces. They're being ingested by fish, by birds. They're coming to be a huge potential environmental threat. So we want to make sure that we reduce the number of different kinds of plastics, that the ones that enter into the streams of commerce are all not just recyclable, but recycled. That everything that gets sold is sold in a form that makes it easy to reuse and to recycle. And that will be the big thing we're trying to do this year.
Right. Well, I could sit here all day and listen to you. I enjoy all of this information, and I hope some of this has resonated with you. I am going to take away a couple main things from this interview. One, if you're a young person out there, really at whatever stage of your life, did you hear all this science in this discussion? If you're a young woman, a young boy, and you have a passion for science, take that passion and do something with it. This is Denis. He was born in Camas, Washington. He lives in Seattle. He has had an amazing, impactful life. And I want you to know that you can do this too. No matter what town you're from or where your beginnings are, we can all make a change and a difference. And I hope that this has been inspiring to you. Do you have a message to the young people out there?
Oh, I suppose the principal message would be that in today's world, you see an enormous number of very unfortunate things happening. I mean, I could have spent the last hour with calamity after calamity after calamity and leave you feeling almost suicidal at the end of it. But there's also enormous reason for hope. And every now and then, one of these transitional periods happens, almost always caused by young people. You know, old folks like me just are not the engines of change. And one of them was in 1970, where we they are no worse today than Pittsburgh, Gary, Indiana, and Los Angeles were in 1969. In 1970, a generation of young Americans stood up and demanded that this country change the way that it does business. And in the course of the next 5 years, we passed a Clean Air Act and a Clean Water Act and a Safe Drinking Water Act, an Endangered Species Act, a Toxic Substances Control Act, Superfund, on and on, set up an EPA to enforce them all. And in the process, fundamentally cleaned up the country so that Pittsburgh today is an enormously attractive city, where it's a city that you had a low life expectancy in 1969. There's reason for the same kinds of hope on a wide variety of issues, from #MeToo to Black Lives Matter to the environment today, and that will happen if the young people of America rise up and demand it.
All right. Thank you so much for watching this interview today. Don't forget to subscribe. On the left side column of my website, you can enter your email address and you'll get a notification every time I post a new interview. Just a Girl in Camas is a 501c3. Your donation helps me support our community and bring us together with these awesome interviews. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around town.